Wang Fan was originally an ordinary college student, but unexpectedly got into the system. The system was a bit flawed, and if he didn't do tasks, he would die. He was forced to help his neighbor Lin Ruoshi, who wanted to become a celebrity, copy songs, but didn't want a single song to cause a sensation on stage. Along with this, his lyricist and composer were also cut off, losing their peaceful life and having to constantly complete system tasks. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Unexpected Encounter of the System. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wang Fan, get up. Get up quickly. A burst of screams and knocking on the door woke up Wang Fan, who had been drinking until midnight, with a slightly swollen head. After waking up, in a daze, he reluctantly got up and went to open the door. Come, stop shouting. Wang Fan said as he walked to the door in his slippers. The knocking on the door did not stop because of Wang Fan's voice, and the door was still being violently knocked on. Wang Fan's swollen head grew even more swollen, and he opened the bedroom door in frustration. Looking at the seductive face at the door, he spoke harshly, Lin Ruoshi, it's 6:30 now, and you only have 1 minute. You'd better have a reasonable explanation, otherwise I'll strip you naked and throw you onto the street. Wang Fan looked at the woman in front of him, who lived under the same roof as him. Although she was beautiful, Wang Fan had already escaped the epidemic. Sister who grew up together since childhood. Although Wang Fan is not very handsome, he is also sharp and angular, but Lin Ruoshi always says that he looked pretty when he was a child and became disabled when he grew up. And as Lin Ruoshi grew up, she became even more beautiful. She is indeed considered disabled compared to others. Xiaofan, he's hungry and wants to eat. Lin Ruoshi opened her watery big eyes and looked timidly at Wang Fan, feeling like she was about to cry the next second. Get out of here. Wang Fan cursed and slammed the door shut. Every time he acted coquettishly and pitifully like this, he would never accept this woman's trick. Before Wang Fanren could walk onto the bed, the door was opened and he felt a gust of wind as he was thrown onto the bed. You've grown up. You dare to call me by my name, not even my sister. I saw this beautiful girl riding on Wang Fan's waist, reaching out and slapping his buttocks. His face was full of pride. Wang Fan suffered a great humiliation and lifted himself to push Lin Ruoshi down. Then, with a small backhand capture, he controlled Lin Ruoshi's hand from behind and pressed it onto the bed. Dare to beat me, I have grown my skills. I don't know how many eyes Lord Ma has. Do you agree? He said, controlling Lin Ruoshi's hand with one hand and rubbing her newly arranged hair with the other. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I beg your mercy. This is Lin Ruoshi, who is both a vegetable and a playful person. He is known for his ability to bend and stretch, but I don't know how sincere this apology is. Wang Fan listened to Lin Ruoshi's apology, although he knew it was not sincere, he also let go of her. Sure enough, after Lin Ruoshi broke free from control, he rushed back to fight with Wang Fan for a while. All right, Your Majesty, I'll cook for you as soon as I change my clothes. Wang Fan was bitten by this woman by the neck, claiming to be a vampire queen and trying to drain his blood. Wang Fan immediately surrendered, afraid that this woman would bite him. He was afraid that a strawberry print would be hard to explain, so he didn't do anything and left a name. Lin Ruoshi, like a rooster in Doshan, proudly held her head high, tidying up her disheveled hair as she walked towards the outside of the bedroom. Make you look disrespectful. Hurry up and wake up our palace. Our palace is hungry and anxious. Be careful not to let our palace reward you with 10 zhang of red. With a loud bang of the door, Wang Fan smiled as he watched the woman's back go out, feeling warm in his heart. After Wang Fan was admitted to university, he moved in with Lin Ruoshi. The two families are close friends. Wang Fan's father and Lin Ruoxi's father graduated from the same police academy and worked in the same unit. Later, they bought houses together and became neighbors. However, unexpected circumstances arose. Later, during a hostage rescue mission, the bandits stubbornly resisted, and Lin Ruoxi's father was unfortunately shot while trying to save the hostage. This led to Lin Ruoxi's father's premature death and becoming a martyr at an early age, at the age of 31, leaving behind 2-year-old Lin Ruoxi and his mother. Her mother suffered the loss of her husband, feeling depressed and heartbroken all day long. 1 year later, she also fell ill, leaving behind the lonely Lin Ruoxi. Finally, Wang Fan's father is Lin's good friend, colleague, and brother. Lin Ruoxi, who had lost both parents in pain, was brought back from her neighbor's house. The two of them looked at each other with great affection. Lin Ruoxi has been living with Wang Fan's family since the age of 2. Of course, these were all what Wang Fan later heard from his father Wang Weidong, who was still in his mother's womb that year. He is 3 years younger than Lin Ruoxi, and his sister has a poor background. Of course, he often gives way to this sister. Thinking of this, Wang Fan suddenly thought of promising the queen to cook and got up immediately, otherwise the queen would be angry again soon. When Wang Fan stood up, his eyes darkened and he fell straight down again. 1 second before falling down. Damn it, I drank too much alcohol yesterday and had a fight with Lin Ruoxi in the morning. Am I anemic? I don't know if falling will cause you to knock your head. Wang Fan was lost in thought. Then a voice rang in my ear. On February 17, 2024. Detected that the target's body is weak and meets the criteria. Detected target losing consciousness, meets the criteria. Target action restriction detected, meets the criteria. Heart rate detection, normal. Blood test, normal. Energy detection, 0.1. Brain detection, almost brand new. Hey, finding a target is not easy, just be brand new. What sound? Wang Fan's body hurt a little when he fell. Fortunately, he didn't fall to his head. At the moment when he regained consciousness, he heard a mechanical sound, just like the news broadcast host. He had no feelings, just read the script. Wang Fan, who regained his senses, didn't figure it out. It all boils down to a hallucination that he had drunk too much yesterday and his mind was not clear. So he slowly got up and opened the curtains. Although it was winter and the outside was still very cold, the warm sunlight shone in and still made Wang Fan feel warm. Wang Fan changed his clothes and walked out of the living room. At first glance, there was a chaotic scene, with leftover food on the plate and half-eaten fruit cakes scattered all over the floor. Beer, cocktails, red wine bottles. Rolled and fell haphazardly on the ground, chairs in all directions, and a few upside down. It can be seen that Lin Ruoxi had a very happy 24th birthday yesterday. Wang Fan looked at the scene before him and silently took out a large garbage bag. He collected the leftovers from yesterday and the empty wine bottles, and then opened the door and placed them at the door. Then he took out a mop from the bathroom and mopped the living room again. Watching the chaotic living room tidy up again, I finally smiled with satisfaction. Humming a tune, I went to wash my face and brush my teeth. After washing, I made breakfast for Lin Ruoxi. Opening the refrigerator, he found that there were still eggs and bread left from before. So Wang Fan boiled the oil, fried the eggs, and heated the milk. I had been busy for a whole hour, tidying up the room, washing up thoroughly, and preparing breakfast. Wang Fan suddenly thought, where is the woman who said she is hungry? Calling herself up, did she go to bed again? Thinking of Wang Fan, he walked towards the bedroom. It's not his own bedroom, but another bedroom. This house was rented by Lin Ruoxi, which is convenient for her to work and very close to her workplace. The house is 90 square meters in total, with 2 bedrooms, 1 living room, and 1 bathroom, as well as a large balcony. The monthly rent is only 2,500, which is actually quite cheap for the port city, where every inch of land is precious. Do you still remember that year when I just got into Hong Kong City University of Finance and Economics? Lin Ruoshi was going to intern in her third year and rented a house. Then Wang Fan, who was reporting, arrived at this room first and pointed to one of the bedrooms, saying, "That bedroom will be your university dormitory from now on." Wang Fan originally wanted to experience the accommodation life at school, but immediately refused. "I want to live in a dormitory. I have to take 2 bus stops to get to school here, and I don't want to," he said, carrying his luggage and leaving. "Why do you need accommodation? There are so many people in the room, it's so inconvenient. It's not good to have me, a beautiful woman, living with you," Lin Ruoshi said seductively. "Come on, you've been living with me for almost 20 years now. I want to live in a dormitory," Wang Fan immediately retorted, determined not to hesitate. "This woman is the most seductive. Xiao Fan, do you have the heart to let your sister live here alone? Sister cleans, cooks, does laundry alone, even changing a bucket of water is inconvenient, and she also leaves work late at night and is followed by bad people." "Woo woo woo woo," Lin Ruoshi said, covering her face and crying, but without a single tear. One moment she was still a sacred and inviolable queen, and the next second she changed to the little girl next door. Wang Fan glanced at her and saw Lin Ruoshi's pitiful demeanor. Wang Fan was already accustomed to it and remained unmoved. He sneered, "Can you cook?" "No, oh yes, I don't know how to cook yet. I'm starving myself. Can you bear to let my sister live alone?" She shook Wang Fan's arm pitifully, her beautiful peach blossom eyes filled with tears. "I know Lin Ruoshi is acting, but looking at her peach blossom eyes, it seems that whenever Wang Fan says no, she will cry for you to see." Wang Fan knew she would pretend, but she knew Wang Fan's weakness, and this move worked very well. Indeed, even if Wang Fan knew it was just pretending, he couldn't bear to watch her cry, so he nodded helplessly. Sure enough, that woman's face lit up with joy in an instant, and her facial transformation skills were comparable to Sichuan opera, so I knew she was pretending. My poor college accommodation life ended before it even started. This time, Wang Fan's face was filled with tears. "What a sin. That's it, I've been living here for 3 years. Chapter 2. I want to be a star. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wang Fan thought about these past events and pushed open Lin Ruoshi's bedroom door. The bedroom was pitch black, and it was late in winter when the sun had just risen. He also pulled the curtains. Seeing that the woman was indeed asleep again, Wang Fan felt very helpless, so he stepped forward and opened the curtains to let in the faint sunlight. Thinking of her birthday yesterday, she brought back a few best friends to celebrate together. Wang Fan has been living for 3 years, and Lin Ruoshi's best friends have all seen her. She is usually a lady from a wealthy family, quiet, whispering softly. Yesterday, they were all sons and daughters of the martial arts world, transformed into werewolves, holding bottles one by one. As expected, people are not judged by their appearance. Lin Ruoshi drank a few bottles and didn't want to drink anymore. She forcefully pushed her younger brother out to drink with her. If it weren't for the decent looks of her best friends, he wouldn't have drunk. As a result, it didn't matter if he drank, and in the end, he was so drunk that he didn't know how to go back to his bedroom. As a result, he was called up early in the morning to make breakfast by himself, while Lin Ruoshi was still sleeping, feeling extremely angry. I stepped forward and lifted the blanket covering my body. "Lin Ruoshi, get up and eat quickly." Before he could finish speaking, he was suppressed by the sight in front of him. Damn it, Lin Ruoshi is not wearing pajamas. Although we grew up together, Wang Fan also understands that there are differences between men and women, and tries to avoid them as much as possible. After all, she is her nominal sister. I saw Lin Ruoshi's beautiful hair scattered haphazardly on the pillow, her tightly closed eyes, long eyelashes gently shaking, Yin Tao's small mouth slightly open, her chest magnificent, almost unable to cover any fabric, her waist without any excess fat, her legs slender and straight, and her whole body white and tender. Wang Fan looked carefully from top to bottom, and finally his gaze remained on his chest. It's not that Wang Fan was surprised by the 36D, after living together for more than 20 years, her underwear is sometimes washed by Wang Fan. However, she has never seen this underwear before, and the degree of fabric saving is outrageous. Wang Fan is just criticizing unscrupulous business behavior again. Lin Ruoshi was drowsy at this moment, looking at Wang Fan standing in front of her bed, only to find that her blanket had been lifted and she kicked him with a flying foot. "Stinky little brother, where are you looking?" Then Lin Ruoshi covered the blanket again, acting like a frightened lamb, trembling inside the blanket. "Wang Fan, I didn't expect you to be such a person. I'm your sister, blood is thicker than water. Are you worthy of your father or your mother?" Wang Fan watched Lin Ruoshi's exaggerated performance. If it weren't for a slight pain in his face, he really thought he had done something worse than a beast. Only Wang Fan knew that this woman was taking the initiative, standing at the moral high ground and accusing Wang Fan, so that Wang Fan could not retaliate against her kicking him. However, Wang Fan didn't have the mood to play around at this moment. "Are you so fabric efficient with your underwear? Have you made a boyfriend? Have you learned how to seduce with underwear? When you bring your brother-in-law back one day, I'll keep an eye on it for you. Should I go back to the dormitory and not disturb the world between you two?" Wang Fan said leisurely. "No man needs my temptation. Poor sister, she is naturally beautiful, fair-skinned, and has long legs. She has never been in love before. Ah, beauty can age easily, life. Stop. Get up and have breakfast quickly. When you're done with your life, the food will be cold." Wang Fan gave her a disdainful glance and left. After waiting for half an hour, Wang Fan had already heated the milk twice. Lin Ruoshi only got up to wash up and slowly walked towards the dining table, with a tired expression on her face, as if she had not yet woken up. "Yesterday, it wasn't me who accompanied your girlfriends to drink. You only drank 2 bottles, why are you so listless?" Wang Fan looked at Lin Ruoshi, whose face was full of fatigue. "You're still talking. You're going crazy in the middle of the night, crying, making noise, and vomiting, insisting on holding me to sleep. It's so easy to wait for you to fall asleep until 3 a.m. before I fall asleep." Lin Ruoshi's face was full of anger, and her beautiful eyes stared at Wang Fan. "I didn't expect you to be such a person. Blood is thicker than water. I am your sister, and you actually want to sleep with me. It's really a downfall in the world." Lin Ruoshi continued to condemn Wang Fan. Although Wang Fan got drunk yesterday and was also fragmented, he felt that this woman was falsely accusing him, but he did not have direct evidence. He used to get drunk with his classmates before, and when he got drunk, he just lay there and went to sleep. He is famous for his good wine. Stop. Lin Ruoshi, you can tell me directly. What is there to ask me for? Wang Fan has many years of experience. Whenever Lin Ruoshi causes trouble and troubles, he may have to take responsibility for her or do bad things with her. I'm not going to work at a trading company anymore, I want to be a celebrity. Xiaofan, how could you have such bad thoughts about your sister? You're no longer the familiar second dog I'm familiar with, you've changed. The first sentence sounded like a mosquito humming, and the second half of the sentence was like a flood of complaints against Wang Fan. What? Are you going to be a celebrity? Wang Fan only heard the first half of the sentence, and the second half automatically filtered out. Lin Ruoshi graduated from Gangcheng University, a key 985 university, working as a director's assistant in a trading company with a monthly salary of over 8,000. In this second-tier city of Gangcheng, she is also considered a senior white-collar worker with a high income. Surprisingly, she said she would quit and become a celebrity. Do you still remember that year when she was in high school? A talent scout noticed her fair skin, beautiful appearance, and long legs. I don't know what she said to her at that time, which led to her young heart planting the dream of becoming a star. As a result, I went home and told my parents that I had encountered collective opposition from the whole family. Wang's father finds the entertainment industry too chaotic and doesn't want his daughter to go to that big dying vat, while Wang's mother believes that studying hard is the only way out. So he faced Lin Ruoshi with a stick and stick. In fact, during the college entrance examination, Lin Ruoshi wanted to take the Beijing University of Electronic Science and Technology exam, but it was Wang Fan who tried hard to persuade her to switch to Hong Kong University. From Xiaolin Ruoshi, she is intelligent and studies well. She is often referred to as someone else's child, and as she grows up, she is even admitted to a prestigious 985 university. On the other hand, Wang Fan, as his name suggests, grew up to 21 years old and barely managed to pass a second-tier university entrance exam, earning a diploma. My father always said to Wang Fan, if you have someone who is half smart, even as a father, you can wake up with a smile in your dream. But Wang Fan is more obedient, at least what his parents say. For over 20 years, Wang Fan has been listening. Unexpectedly, 24-year-old Lin Ruoshi gave up her high salary and chose to become a celebrity instead. Wang Fan also had a headache. If Wang's father knew about this, Lin Ruoshi would definitely have fought back and forth with a stick, but she committed her own wrongdoing and deserved to be beaten. And living with Lin Ruoshi, it was obvious that Wang Fu had asked him to watch over Lin Ruoshi. If he didn't reciprocate his feelings, wouldn't he have suffered an unfounded disaster? I can't persuade this crazy woman. Sister, have you already resigned, or are you planning to resign? I have already resigned. I resigned yesterday. Wang Fan too is very square. This horse is already a thing of the past. How can I persuade him? Wait online, it's quite urgent. Who will save me? But why resign? You're not making a lot of money, and the work environment is also good. Have you encountered any hidden rules in the workplace? After hearing this, Lin Ruoshi's peach blossom eyes lit up and she said, good idea. If Dad asks, he'll say that. Wang Fan widened his eyes upon hearing this and asked, what did I do? I advised her not to be impulsive. Why did I give her advice? The opening method is incorrect. Please try again. Sister, what do you think? Your internship salary is already over 8,000 yuan. When you become a full-time employee, it's not a safe decision to exceed 10,000 yuan. You suddenly resigned and drank a lot of wind. Think about it, don't be impulsive. I've come up with a plan. My childhood dream is to become a celebrity. I want to be in the spotlight and attract attention. As for the current lack of salary, Xiaofan has to rely on you to support her sister. Lin Ruoshi took out her trump card again and looked at Wang Fan pitifully. Roll on, I'm still a junior student. If you let me take care of you, won't your conscience hurt? Wang Fan persisted, not easily tempted this time. The entertainment industry is very dark, and the star's career is in the hands of capital. You are not unaware of various hidden rules, dirty things, intrigues, and deceit, and you accidentally fall into an abyss. Do you want to enter the entertainment industry completely and then come out covered in mud? Wang Fanshao advised with emotion and reason. I don't care, this is my dream. I'm already 24 years old, my youth is gone, and I don't want to live aimlessly anymore. I want to fight for my dream once. Lin Ruoshi said firmly. You also said, you're 24 years old, what can you do in the entertainment industry? Other celebrities are starting to retire at your age. After you enter, you have no qualifications, no background, and have been around for 2 years. The fungus has turned black, the cherry has turned yellow, and you haven't made a name for yourself in the end. Wang Fan tried to persuade Lin Ruoshi. I don't listen. I don't listen. I just want to be a celebrity. Lin Ruoshi looked pitiful and useless, so she started acting cute and swaying with Wang Fan's arm. Chapter 3. System's First Task. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Wang Fan watched as Lin Ruoshi displayed 18 martial arts skills, dressed as a queen, pitiful, and even began to act coquettishly. Unable to resist, he prepared to summon the Shangfang sword, took out his phone, and prepared to summon his father. Don't be cute with me, I have to tell Dad that I can't persuade you. Let him tell you in person. Don't, do you want to see my sister beaten? Lin Ruoshi said pitifully, without hesitation, grabbing her phone. That is to say, Wang Fan understood her, took her place early, and avoided Lin Ruoshi's competition. In the struggle, a voice without emotion came to my mind: start the task, help Lin Ruoshi enter the Galaxy Entertainment Company, reward 100 reputation for success, deduct 100 reputation for failure. Who's talking? Lin Ruoshi took advantage of Wang Fan's daze and snatched the phone, like a hen guarding her chicks, carefully sticking it to her arms, afraid of being snatched away by Wang Fan. Damn it, the aftermath of drunkenness. Everyone has hallucinations, we need to go to the hospital to see. Give me back my phone. However, the matter in front of me is more important and must make Lin Ruoshi dispel the idea of becoming a celebrity. Wang Fan knows her personality well and is particularly stubborn. Even 10 cows cannot pull the decision. Before, she used to be at home with her parents watching over her, but now that she's away from them, it's hard for anyone to control her anymore. I saw Lin Ruoshi put her phone into her underwear. Come on, you come grab it. If you have the ability, come grab it, she said with a hint of fullness. Wang Fan has a black thread, this woman is crazy. Sister, let's have a serious conversation. Wang Fan decided to stabilize her first. You are already 24 years old, not the little girl you used to be. For the entertainment industry, you have already passed the most suitable age, and you have plunged into the entertainment industry with a black eye. Why do people want to praise you? Do you have strength? No. Are you young and adaptable? No. So you only have the last way to go, which is to get rid of it. Are you willing to take this path? If you don't want to get rid of it, you will definitely become popular, but you will definitely end up in a bad reputation. Do you want your parents to go in front of you, and there will be someone pointing at you from behind? Do you want this? Wang Fan sternly admonished. But I'm beautiful, I can definitely become famous. I won't take it off. Wang Ruoshi proudly raised her face, as if she wanted Wang Fan to see clearly. It's much more beautiful, not even a few can catch fire. Wang Fan said unhappily. A voice that was so cold and emotionless said, don't be so absolute. I've been to another plane in the universe before, where people thrive on a beautiful face. Damn it, who's talking? Come out. I saw you, don't hide. Wang Fan stood up like a ghost, looking around for something. Don't be nervous about carrying life, I'm in your mind, you can't find me, the emotionless voice said. Wang Fan was suddenly shocked in his heart and said, what kind of thing, how did it get into my mind? I was taken away. The emotionless voice continued, to be precise, I am a space traveler who traveled 250 billion light-years to your world. I have used up all my energy and met you on the brink of death. Your state at that time was suitable for me to parasitize, so I appeared in your mind. Wang Fan was shocked when he heard this and said, it's in my mind. You're trying to take it away and occupy my body. No. I'm just data. I'm not a living organism. According to your perspective, I'm like the commonly described cheating system in your novels. This data is still emotionless and quite humorous. Damn it, the system. My name is not Long Outyen, Yi Liangchen, Zhao Ritian, and I don't have the names of these protagonists. Wang Fan got up and was about to leave. I need to go to the hospital and have my brain checked. I may be sick. As soon as Wang Fan got up, his body couldn't move, just like being possessed by a demon, uncontrollable. Lin Ruoxi looked at Wang Fan inexplicably and said, "What are you doing? Performing human body art with me. If you want to use this trick to trick your phone, don't even think about it. Who told you about human body art? My brain is not functioning properly, there's something inside. It's okay." Wang Fan wanted to say that there was something cheating in his mind, but he couldn't help but say, "It's okay." At the same time, the emotionless voice in my mind remembered, "If you expose my existence, you will lose your life." Lin Ruoxi looked at the strange Wang Fan and cautiously approached him, touching his head. "Your brain is broken. What's wrong with you? What's there?" "There's shit." Damn it, Lin Ruoxi didn't realize the seriousness of the situation and was still mocking me. However, at this moment, Wang Fan is even more curious about whether his brain will have any problems. He can control his speech and body, which is too scary. Without Lin Ruoxi, continue to communicate with this guy who claims to be cheating in his heart. I said, "Cheating buddy, I don't need it. I think my life is quite comfortable. Can you go find a guy named Long Outyan? He may need you even more." Wang Fan muttered inwardly, "This can affect reality. It's too strange, he's really scared. I have been to many planes in the universe before, and the people I chose were initially rejected. However, after using me, I achieved great success and fame overnight. Just like your first task, helping Lin Ruoxi enter the Galaxy Entertainment Company, success has 100 points of reputation. This is your starting point. In the future, if I wave to you again, you will be my spokesperson." The voice without emotion recounted. "What should I do if I haven't completed your task?" Wang Fan still had lingering palpitations and asked carefully in his heart. "Not completing it will definitely result in a deduction of 100 reputation points. So what if I don't have fame now? Of course it's death." Wang Fan listened to the natural answer of this cheat, feeling very anxious and immediately said, "Cheating brother, why don't you still look for Yi Liangchen?" "I don't seem to need you very much," Wang Fan cautiously probed. "That's unfortunate news. I can only leave by draining 2 points of your energy." "Draw 2 points of energy." "Not much, wait. How much energy do I have? What will happen if I draw it dry?" "I have tested your body and found that you are too weak. You only have 0.1% energy, so if you drain it, you will definitely die." "Wait a moment. I actually have a name called Wang Ritian, and I love cheats and other things the most. I am the natural protagonist, cheater brother. You can't leave. Also, are you sure you won't take me away?" Wang Fan immediately changed his mind and said seriously. "No, but I have traveled hundreds of cosmic planes. It's the first time I've seen such a weak and shameless protagonist like you. If it weren't for me using up all my energy while traveling through light years, and your brain being almost brand new, suitable for me to parasitize without energy, otherwise I wouldn't have chosen you at all." Sigh. That voice had emotions for the first time, as if it was disliking Wang Fan. Am I being looked down upon? Am I despised by a data or a cheat? Wang Fan thought to himself that being so honest could easily lead to losing me. It's already like this now, and I can't get rid of it either. I can only maintain a good relationship, so I said to myself, "Don't worry about these details, cheating guy. What do I need to do now?" My voice was a bit flattering. The emotionless voice rang out again, "Help Lin Ruoxi sign with Galaxy Entertainment Company and set a time limit of 6 hours. It's already half an hour, please seize it. System brother, cheating brother, time is too tight. Let's discuss and give more time. You're asking me to die." Wang Fan said anxiously, communicating with the cheating. My mind was quiet, and I didn't wait for that emotionless voice. I knew the matter was settled, so I had to start the task as soon as possible. At this moment, Lin Ruoshi looked suspiciously at Wang Fan in a daze, thinking it was this guy trying to snatch the phone he had put in his underwear. Wang Fan, do you really have shit in your mind? What bad idea did you come up with to grab your phone? Wang Fan smiled bitterly upon hearing this, wondering if there was any feces. There was a cheat that was real. Please call me Wang Outyan in the future. I am the protagonist. My lord, ups and downs. Chapter 4. Disgusting and provoking. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Just finished speaking about my lord's ups and downs, Wang Outyan was stumped by the current predicament. Since the system already exists, all that can be done is to complete tasks. After a moment of contemplation, Wang Fan said, "Sister, since you have decided to pursue your dreams, as my younger brother, I will definitely help you. Let's figure it out how to get into an entertainment company. Do you have any plans?" Wang Fan, like a personal tutor, wanted to plan Lin Ruoshi's career. Lin Ruoshi looked at Wang Fan with a look of disbelief, thinking it was a devilish idea that Wang Fan had come up with to deceive his phone, and then reported it to his father. "Wang Fan, come on, don't try to trick my phone." Wang Fan looked at Lin Ruoshi's wary appearance on his phone and was furious. Without any hesitation, he immediately grabbed it. Lin Ruoshi saw Wang Fan coming to grab it and immediately dodged, but it was not Wang Fan's opponent. Soon, he was snatched by Wang Fan. Lin Ruoshi, who was 170 centimeters tall, saw her phone stolen. She wrapped her arms around Wang Fan's neck and her legs around Wang Fan's waist, firmly controlling him and preventing him from calling her father to bite Wang Fan's neck. Upon seeing this, Wang Fan immediately lifted Lin Ruoshi's body and threw her onto the sofa to avoid the risk of being bitten. Mainly, this crazy woman had actually bitten her before and was mocked by her classmates for several days. Wang Fan had to guard against it. Watching Lin Ruoshi pounce again to grab the phone, Wang Fan immediately put the phone in his pocket. "Alright, I won't tell Dad. I really want to help you enter the entertainment industry and realize your dreams. If there is a light shining on Lin Fan now, just like Jesus, how noble it is. Really, don't you lie to me." Lin Ruoshi carefully confirmed. After years of getting along, she knew that this younger brother had many devilish ideas, but she couldn't be deceived by his behavior of being like siblings in front of him and wearing brotherly clothes behind his back. "Of course, that's my sister's dream. We must respect our dreams. And you and my siblings have a deep affection. If I don't help you, who else can help you?" Wang Fan said seriously as he looked at Lin Ruoshi, who had been playing around just now, with disheveled hair and a flushed face. "I knew my younger brother was the best, my older sister loves you." Rushing up to Wang Fan's face was a kiss, expressing Lin Ruoshi's happiness at this moment. Wang Fan pushed her away in disgust. "If it weren't for not completing the task and dying, I would immediately call my dad to beat you up. Believe it or not. But now that things have come to an end, I can only make amends and ponder for a moment before saying, if you want to sign a contract with an entertainment company, just having face is not enough. You must have talent, singing, dancing, talk shows, acting, and cross-talk. What do you know? I can sing and dance. And I also have face." Lin Ruoshi's face was taken for granted. Wang Fan raised his forehead and stared blankly at Lin Ruoshi, feeling that life was counting down. "You have a dream about relationships, right? Singing and dancing were learned in junior high school, and now all you have is a face. But there are so many handsome men and beautiful women in the entertainment industry, and I haven't heard that having a face can make a debut. Resigning suddenly now and becoming a celebrity. I really want to come up with one idea at a time. My life is at a standstill. If the demon girl harms me. If you want to enter the entertainment industry, there must be a brokerage company to package you. Have you checked our well-known brokerage company in Hong Kong? Wang Fan looked at Lin Ruoshi with an expectant expression, afraid of hearing the words that would make him unattainable. You don't have to worry about it, as long as you don't complain. I have applied to several powerful entertainment companies for my resume, and there was someone called Galaxy Entertainment who asked me to go for an interview at 10 o'clock in the morning. Anla, sister, don't fight an uncertain battle. Lin Ruoshi said proudly, as if waiting for Wang Fan's praise. Finally hearing a positive news, Wang Fan felt that life was full of hope. Almost became the first cheat owner to receive and die on the same day. He was just thinking that if the difficulty was really so great, it shouldn't be just 6 hours, and it should be Galaxy Entertainment Company. It's like you're in line with someone, you've been offline for half an hour, and after reaching level 6, all your teammates have died in battle. At this point, there's a level 18 Mondo who seems to have never won, like a crazy A. Crystal. Letting you guard the crystal alone is not nonsense, so this Mondo must be in an empty health state with no major skills. You only need to level A to guard the crystal. So the current situation is reasonable, but someone said they won't fight an uncertain battle. Let Wang Fan sneer. If you don't fight an uncertain battle, why don't you wait to sign an entertainment company before resigning? Wang Fan sneered at Lin Ruoshi. You're looking for death. Dare to question me. First, I felt awkward, then I got up from the sofa and ran towards Wang Fan, ready to unleash the 9-eagle white bone claw. With years of experience, Wang Fan extended a hand to hold down Lin Ruoshi's head. Lin Ruoshi could only wave her hands in the air and shout loudly in her mouth. It looks like a prey right in front of us, but the hunter with a spear is half an inch away. Lin Ruoshi became even more anxious, avoiding the hand pressing on her head, and finally pounced on Wang Fan as she wished. The two of them finally collapsed on the sofa and started fighting. Are you still afraid? I dare not. Did you realize your mistake? I realized it, I was wrong. Do you dare to continue in the future? I dare not. I dare not. I saw Wang Fan pressing on Lin Ruoshi's back, one hand grabbing her 2 hands from behind, and the other hand slapping her buttocks, loudly asking. Sure enough, Lin Ruoshi, who was both greedy and provocative, was once again restrained. Wang Fan heard Lin Ruoshi's usual apology, after all, it was just a formality, so he let go of Lin Ruoshi's hand. Unexpectedly, Lin Ruoshi, who had just gained freedom, stood up and hugged Wang Fan's neck before taking a bite. Then he ran back to the bedroom with a thud on his slippers and locked the bedroom door. Wang Fan chased after him in a fit of anger, and Duan Duan knocked on the door of Lin Ruoshi's bedroom. Lin Ruoshi, you're a dog. You bite so hard, how can I go out and meet people? Come out, I'm not finished with you. He, be content. Aren't you willing to be bitten by this beautiful lady, sister? Sister needs to change clothes and put on makeup. Don't make any noise. Lin Ruoshi's gloating laughter came from the door. I and the forest thief are sworn to be on equal terms. With me, without you, don't come out if you have the ability. Wang Fan said with hatred. Knowing that Lin Ruoshi was preparing for the interview, she didn't knock on the door. Turning around, I went to the bathroom and looked at the clear rows of teeth marks, which were red. How could I go out and see people? Wang Fan wanted to cry without tears, his eyes blazing with flames. So Wang Fan was angry and thinking about the upcoming interview. The cheat said he wants to help Lin Ruoshi successfully sign a contract, which means there may be accidents, but he is just a student in school with no background or ability. How can he help? Dad actually eats imperial food, but that's the police system and has nothing to do with the entertainment industry. If I really want to tell my dad, I won't say if I will help or not, but I'll probably kill myself first. Thinking about it makes my scalp tingle. No, Wang Outyan is the protagonist. I have a cheat. Cheating Big Brother. Cheating Big Brother. There was a moment of silence, and Wang Fan wanted to curse his mother. Is there such a protagonist? I don't even pay attention to cheats, I feel like I've been tricked. Wang Fan was thinking that Lin Ruoxi's bedroom door had opened. You're finally willing to give up. Wang Fan angrily walked towards the door of Lin Ruoxi, and before he could finish speaking, he froze. She was wearing a black suit jacket, with a slim cut that showcased her perfect figure. Her white shirt was neatly tucked into her pants, exuding a clean and neat aura. On her wrist was a delicate small watch, showcasing her temperament. Her high heels shone under her feet, and every step seemed to contain infinite confidence and strength. With perfect facial features, painted with light makeup, and a shallow smile at the corners of the mouth. It's like dressing up as a successful woman in the workplace, with a shallow smile that doesn't feel close, but instead exudes a sense of distance that can only be seen from afar and cannot be approached. She's really a witch, she's completely different from the way she played with Wang Fan just now. Brother, what did you just say? I was supposed to come out for an interview, there's no such thing as reluctance. Lin Ruoxi was very confident in herself, even showing a teasing smile as she looked at Wang Fan. Ah! This witch is mocking him. Wang Fanxiang suppressed his anger in his heart, seeing that it was getting late and after 9 o'clock, he couldn't delay. After all, fate is important. Remember this for now and settle the accounts later. So there was a warm smile on his face. Sister, hurry up and leave. It's getting late, don't delay. Lin Ruoxi looked at the time and instantly lost her composure, confidence, and nobility. Hurry up, Xiaofan, sister is going to be late for the interview. The company has offered her an offer. If I'm late, it's all over. She hurriedly grabbed her bag and left. Wang Fan looked at this disheveled sister, and indeed the word noble had little to do with her sister. Wang Fan didn't delay either, he wrapped his scarf around his neck, which was the way Wang Fan thought of covering his teeth. Just followed the hurried sister to open the door and leave. Chapter 5. What do I want you to use as a cheat? You are listening at novelfull.audio. The siblings hurriedly left the building. This community belongs to an old one with a history of more than 50 years. From the peeling off of the exterior facade of the building, it can be seen that this house has a relatively long lifespan. There are only 3 people in the property management of the community, one is the elder sister who collects property fees, the other is the aunt who cleans the house, and the third is the gatekeeper and security guard. Every time Lin Ruoxi enters the community and watches the old man trembling and lifting the pole, she is afraid. Afraid that the pole lifted by the old man might not be able to hold firmly and smash her beloved car. Lin Ruoxi went downstairs and headed straight for the Red Beetle. The weather was too cold. Although it was almost the beginning of spring, the temperature was still around -10 degrees Celsius. I didn't wear much for the interview today. So she quickly got on the car, and Wang Fan followed closely in the passenger seat. After getting on the car, immediately turn on the air conditioning and wait for about 10 minutes before the temperature inside the car rises. Why not let Wang Fan heat up the car first? Lin Ruoxi can't get off until the car is hot. This matter has to start with an incident 2 years ago. The winter of 2022 was very cold. Lin Ruoxi had just started working and it was cold to take the bus. So Wang Weidong didn't say a word and bought a car for his precious daughter, which made Wang Fan envious. The Wang family's tutor is to raise a son from poverty and a daughter from wealth. In addition, Lin Ruoxi has been smart, good at studying, obedient, and sensible since childhood. She basically buys whatever she wants, even if she doesn't want it. Wang's father and mother force her to give it, and she has never lacked pocket money since childhood. Looking at Wang Fan again, the largest denomination I've seen before in high school was 50 yuan, and I once thought it was the largest denomination. Fortunately, Lin Ruoxi, the older sister, treated him well and secretly helped him, which gave him a relatively happy childhood. I still remember that year, Lin Ruoxi, who had just bought a car for a day, threw the car key to Wang Fan on a cold morning and said, "Go, heat up my sister's beloved car." Wang Fan took the key and went there. This was his first time touching the car, and after getting down, he played around for half an hour. Lin Ruoshi didn't see Wang Fan coming up until 8 o'clock. Seeing that he was about to go to work, he went downstairs and found that Wang Fan was in a hurry. He was wearing a sweater and no coat, sitting in the driver's seat trembling. The headlights were on, the music was on, but the car didn't start, the air conditioning wasn't on, and he just sat there. Lin Ruoshi looked at this stinky boy trembling and wanted to laugh and feel heartbroken. He wouldn't think that a hot car is just sitting on it, would he? I sat foolishly for half an hour. Lin Ruoshi didn't blame Wang Fan, but since then, he hasn't let Wang Fan heat up the car. At this moment, Lin Ruoshi skillfully took off her high heels and handed them to Wang Fan, the co-pilot. Wang Fan skillfully took them over and put them away, then handed them over to the flat shoes. Tacit understanding is like rehearsing hundreds of times. Lin Ruoshi drove slowly towards Galaxy Entertainment Company because the port city was very congested in the morning. Although it was only a few kilometers away, it would take at least half an hour. "Carrier, do you call me?" The cheating brother finally spoke. Wang Fan was overjoyed and did not feel any displeasure due to its lateness. "Cheat big brother, you have finally come out. I want to ask how I can use you. You just need to think of cheats to call out the interface." So Wang Fan closed his eyes and thought for a moment. Sure enough, an interface appeared in his mind, which read, "Life Carrier Wang Fan." After clicking on it, he saw the task interface and helped Lin Ruoshi sign a contract with Galaxy Entertainment Company. With a time limit of 6 hours, he successfully rewarded 100 reputation points and deducted 100 reputation points for failure. Cheating big brother, what is this reputation for? Fame is the reward you give for completing tasks, and you can use it to buy what you want. Buying something. Where is it? Wang Fan looked like a rookie player who had just entered the novice village and needed NPC guidance. There is a Shang character in the bottom right corner, you can click on it to enter. Wang Fan clicked to open it according to his words, but he heard a voice in his mind that he couldn't open it due to lack of reputation. Damn it. I just started doing tasks, where did I gain fame? Are you teasing me, cheating brother? Wang Fan became furious. I just told you the place, but I didn't say it could be clicked. The voice without emotion rang out again. Wang Fanping paused for a moment and wanted to curse, "Brother Gua, can we first credit the account and go in to exchange some things? Otherwise, this task may not be completed." "No way. Hanbi, I want you to have a *** use." Wang Fan couldn't bear it anymore and cursed loudly. Warning. Carrier insulting system detected, now extracting 0.05 energy. Then Wang Fan was driving in a warm car, sweating and convulsing all over his body, gritting his teeth tightly, his eyes turning white, as if he had gone crazy. Lin Ruoshi, who was driving, watched as Wang Fan suddenly went crazy. Ignoring being on the straight road, she turned on the double flash and stopped at the roadside, pressing the solid line. "Xiaofan. Xiaofan. What's wrong with you?" Lin Ruoshi looked nervously at Wang Fan, who was convulsing all over. Seeing Wang Fan's eyes turn white, she gritted her teeth tightly, afraid that he might bite her tongue. She quickly opened Wang Fan's mouth and reached her hand in. The other hand patted Wang Fan's face. Shouting loudly in his mouth, "Xiaofan, wake up quickly, don't scare sister." Lin Ruoshi's tears rolled in her eyes. She may play around normally, but caring about Wang Fan is also true. Lin Ruoshi, who is in a hurry, needs to call 120. At this moment, a weak voice said, "You're ruthless." "Sister, I'm fine. I guess I drank too much yesterday and today's sequelae." Obviously, the first sentence was told to a cheat, and the last sentence was told to Lin Ruoshi. Upon hearing Wang Fan wake up, Lin Ruoshi couldn't help but cry and hugged Wang Fan's head across the seat. "You scared me to death. How can I live if you have something to do? I don't want you to die, Wu." Wang Fan was squeezed by Lin Ruoshi's 36D and couldn't even breathe, and what his sister said sounded so strange. "But the key now is that I am already very weak, and if I can't exchange it for it, I will suffocate. Sister, let go, I'm almost suffocating." A weak voice rang out. After hearing this, Lin Ruoshi quickly let go of Wang Fan. Her beautiful eyelashes were still adorned with teardrops, which I still pity. With a nervous expression on his face, he asked, "Xiaofan, where are you feeling unwell? Sister won't go to the interview, let's go to the hospital with you first." He was about to drive to the hospital. Upon hearing this, Wang Fan realized that you wanted me to die. If you didn't go to the interview, my task would have failed. Isn't today next year my anniversary? Immediately, he propped up his weak body and forced out a smile. "It's okay, sister. I'll just close my eyes and rest for a while, and it's okay. Your matter is important, go to the interview first. It's almost here, don't fuss around." "Really? Are you sure it's okay?" Lin Ruoshi asked nervously. "Sure, I'll just take a break," Wang Fan replied with his eyes closed. "Okay, you can close your eyes and take a rest for a while. I'll interview quickly and take you to the hospital after the interview." Lin Ruoshi saw that Wang Fan was fine for now, so she turned off the double flashing lights and quickly turned to the straight line, heading towards Galaxy Entertainment Company. On the one hand, Wang Fan is still communicating with the cheating big brother. "Hanging brother, are you too ruthless? You almost killed half of my life. This is just a warning, but get used to it for now. You will draw 0.1 energy every month in the future. I'm not just 0.1, you just drew 0.05, how could you still draw? I'm not dead set." Wang Fan was shocked. "Energy is based on your physical quality. You are weak and don't exercise at ordinary times, so there is only 0.1. When you finish this task and open the shopping mall, you can exchange the body training methods to improve your physical quality, and then there will be energy." Brother Gua explained in more detail this time. Wang Fan was very excited when he heard the skills, and at the same time he put down a dim sum slightly. "So the task in front of me is crucial, it's just that I don't have a reputation right now, and I can't open a shopping mall, let alone exchange things. I'm really worried, I've never seen such a system before." Wang Fan didn't dare to spit out the fragrance. If he heard this, he would draw another 0.05 and not die on the spot. "As the carrier is a beginner, I have prepared disposable consumables and task items for you. When the task is in progress, you can click to open the query." Finally, there is good news. The weak Wang Fan has a slightly relieved heart. Wang Fan's mind, which had slightly calmed down, became lively again. "Brother Hanging, what are you talking about?" "Cultivation. Immortal cultivation. Practicing it can lead to flying to heaven and earth, immortality." Wang Fan asked excitedly. "Sure. Brother Gua, you are so awesome. Please accept my knees. My admiration for you is like a flowing river, continuous. You are my reincarnated parents, and I will definitely." Wang Fan noticed that Brother Gua likes to be flattered, so he flattered and flattered me. "I still like your rebellious appearance at the beginning." Chapter 6. System Card Bug. You are listening at NovelFull.audio. Galaxy Entertainment Company is located in the center of Hong Kong City, in Block A of Xingshui Space Building. From the first floor up, there are office buildings rented by Galaxy Entertainment, and it is said that the rent alone is tens of millions. It truly deserves to be the wealthy Galaxy Entertainment. On the way, Wang Fan Baidu found out that this company can also rank in the top 20 nationwide, and has cultivated many well-known singers and movie stars. It is a promising company. Lin Ruoshi parked her car on the -3rd floor of the Xinhua space and nervously looked at Wang Fan. Xiao Fan, you can't bear it, why don't you wait in the car for sister? Sister will soon come out to the hospital after the interview. She touched Wang Fan's forehead. Wang Fan rolled his eyes, it's not like he has a fever or a cold. Why touch his forehead? However, knowing Lin Ruoshi's kindness, he did not retaliate. This thing is weighing heavily on my life and fortune. If you mention it, the interview will be completed quickly, so I can rest assured. Sister, I'm fine now. I'll accompany you. I'm not worried about you alone. You're good for the interview, and I'm trying to get into Galaxy. I checked this company and found that it has a lot of resources. If you want to attract attention, this is where your dream started. Go. There's no way, Wang Fan must comfort sister, otherwise Lin Ruoshi will be restless because he went crazy. It's strange to pass the interview. So it's all blame brother, Wang Fan's careful wording is afraid of being heard. Sure enough, seeing that Wang Fan's condition had improved a lot, and hearing Wang Fan's picture of the cake, Lin Ruoshi finally smiled, full of longing. Okay, let's go together with you. Sister has more confidence, but it's 9:40 and we need to quickly get some makeup done. Because Wang Fan suddenly fell ill on the way, Lin Ruoshi was so scared that tears streamed down her face and her makeup was ruined. I saw Lin Ruoshi take out her makeup bag and skillfully touch up her makeup. Wang Fan saw that she had regained her confidence, so he watched Lin Ruoshi do her makeup with nothing to do. Although siblings have been together for more than 20 years, watching Lin Ruoshi carefully patch up her makeup also gives her a different feeling. On the delicate face, there is a slight touch of pink, lightly sweeping the eyebrows and eyes with a hint of spring. The skin is as delicate as warm jade, soft and radiant as if it is not too greasy and red, making it delicate and charming. The 2 strands of hair on the cheeks add a touch of charm. It can be said that the phoenix eye is half curved and hides the lake, and the vermilion lips are a little cherry. I just didn't know which bastard would benefit from such a disaster in the future. Thinking of this, Wang Fan angrily cursed. What are you thinking? I told you to ignore me twice, hurry up, it's almost 10 o'clock. Lin Ruoshi had already put on her makeup and watched Wang Fan staring at her in a daze, urging her. Wang Fan still ignored himself. Lin Ruoshi gave a cunning smile and spoke softly, Xiao Fan, is your sister beautiful? Beautiful. Wang Fan replied in a daze. Normally, Wang Fan wouldn't answer like this. Although Lin Ruoshi is indeed beautiful, Wang Fan likes to oppose her and say she is ugly. After answering, Wang Fan instantly came to his senses. Damn it, I've been tricked. Just wanted to retaliate. I saw Lin Ruoshi approaching, kissed Wang Fan's face. This is a reward for you. Alright, hurry up, we can't make it to the interview. Lin Ruoshi urged Wang Fan as she opened the door. Wang Fan has long been accustomed to this reward, but it seems like he didn't do anything for her today. The reward came so inexplicably. Wang Fan thought and got off the car to follow Lin Ruoshi towards the elevator. The 2 of them took the elevator to the 1st floor, which is truly Galaxy Entertainment, with handsome men and beautiful women entering and exiting. Everyone just smiled at them, truly a big company with high professional ethics. Wang Fan responded with a polite smile, but he didn't notice that Lin Ruoshi had a slightly different position from him. The 2 of them rushed straight to the front desk, which was a petite little girl who should be a winter worker. Always smiling at Wang Fan, so polite, truly a big company, even the front desk of winter workers is so enthusiastic. Wang Fan replied with a smile that he considered quite charming. Little sister, where are you interviewing? 4th floor, hall 2. The receptionist responded enthusiastically, occasionally covering her mouth. After learning about the interview location, Wang Fan and Lin Ruoshi immediately went to the fourth floor. Just when Wang Fan walked to the elevator, he turned around and glanced at the receptionist, who was still smiling at him. I don't know, my charm has such a devastating effect on the little girl. While thinking about it, I went up to the fourth floor and found the front of Hall 2. Sure enough, there were already over 10 handsome men and women waiting in line for the interview, either standing or sitting. When they saw Wang Fan Lin Ruoshi and Lin Ruoshi arrive, they both turned their heads. At first, they were slightly surprised to see Lin Ruoshi. As expected, wherever the disaster went, everyone was watching. When he saw Wang Fan again, he smiled kindly and nodded politely at everyone. Next, a woman in a professional suit walked towards them at the entrance of Hall 2. She smiled at Wang Fan and then said to Lin Ruoshi, "Hello, are you here for an interview? Please give me your resume." After listening, Lin Ruoshi took out the prepared resume from her bag and handed it to the staff member. The staff received the resume and gave Lin Ruoshi a number plate with 12 written on it. "Explain, call out the number later. When I hear your number, you can go in for the interview. Hard work." The staff nodded, then turned around and walked towards Hall 2. On the 12th, there were 11 people waiting for the interview, so the two of them sat down in their seats. Wang Fan waited anxiously, even more nervous than his own interview. On the other hand, Lin Ruoshi took out her phone and started scrolling through short videos. "Why aren't you nervous?" Wang Fan leaned closer to Lin Ruoshi and asked quietly. "What are you nervous about?" "It's just an interview. If it's not a big deal, I can switch to another agency. This is not the only agency in Hong Kong City, and entering the entertainment industry doesn't require signing an agency. If it's a big deal, I can participate in talent shows or sign up for amateur variety shows," Lin Ruoshi said casually. Sure enough, this woman is not only beautiful, but also has a brain and a plan for her future path. "But sister, please be good and behave well. I'm in your hands holding my life." Wang Fan broke out in a cold sweat as he listened to Lin Ruoshi's casual tone. "Sister, we still need to perform well. After all, there are brokerage companies that package and buy traffic, making it faster to become famous. It's too difficult for ordinary people to participate in programs and stand out. Anla, sister has a clear idea. Why do you look even more nervous than me?" Lin Ruoshi frowned and asked Wang Fan. It's been strange since the morning, and she initially refused to report, but now she's worried that she won't pass the interview. "Do you have any bad intentions?" "No way, I'm just afraid my sister won't pass the interview." "Are you sad? You have a conscience, come and make sister, boo. As he spoke, he pouted and leaned over. "Don't make a fuss, there are so many people," she said, pushing away Lin Ruoshi who was approaching. "So many people, who knows you?" Lin Ruoshi frowned and asked. "What a reasonable look. Come in on the second," the staff member shouted. "I saw a flirtatious man standing up." Yes, she was flirtatious. She even wore powder on her face and glittered on her lips. It should be lipstick. Wang Fan is covered in goosebumps. Lin Ruoshi burst out laughing when she saw Wang Fan's appearance. Seeing everyone looking at her, she realized she had lost her composure and immediately sat upright again, as if nothing had happened. But he gave Wang Fan a fierce glare. Wang Fan wondered, what was wrong with me? I saw a beautiful little girl coming out of Hall 2. Looking at her, she looked very sad and disappointed. She was probably not signed. Everyone rushed forward and asked, "What are all the interviews for?" "Just give me a script to play and ask if I can sing and dance. They said I don't meet the company's signing requirements, so they let me out." Another person who wanted to make a debut based on her appearance, Lin Ruoshi, who also wanted to rely on her appearance, sighed imperceptibly and said, "My life is at rest. What are you doing looking at me like that? I can act and sing." I don't just rely on my appearance as a vase. Even if it's a vase, I'm more beautiful than her. Lin Ruo glanced at Wang Fan again. Wang Fan thought to himself, do you have any acting skills? It is to switch between vampire queens, act coquettishly and cutely, and then cool and cute, can be soft, can be strong, and can be domineering. If this is considered acting, you do have acting skills. Make a sarcastic remark in your heart. Besides singing, it's really okay. The problem is that professional singers are trained and have skills in breathing and other things. You rely on your foundation in middle school, and even KTV has sung a few songs and shamelessly said they can sing. How can you make professional singers feel embarrassed? The more I think, the more pessimistic I become. This time it's over. I suddenly thought, no, I'm Wang Outyan, I'm the protagonist, I have a cheat. How did you forget him? Hanga has prepared disposable consumables and task props for me as a beginner. During the task, I can click to open the query. Wang Fan suddenly realized that the task was about to proceed. He immediately thought about the cheat and called out the Life Carrier Wang Fan interface in his mind. After clicking on it, he helped Lin Ruoshi sign a task with Galaxy Entertainment. The result prompt is, condition not met. Click again, the conditions have not been met. Having clicked dozens of times in a row means that the conditions have not been met. Wang Fan is confused, what's the situation? What about the agreed consumables and mission props? Is there a bug with the card? Hang brother, there's a bug. Hurry up and deal with it. Wang Fan shouted anxiously. No response, my mind is silent. Hanging brother didn't respond, but the interface is still there, indicating that the task is still ongoing. Wang Fan's eyes darkened, and my life rested. I didn't know if I would choose a good cemetery now, and I didn't know if it was in time. Chapter 7. My Life Rest. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Time passes through the staff with one number and another calling. Everyone who goes in and out, some are overjoyed, some are frowning and furrowing. How many families are happy and how many families are worried? But at this moment, Wang Fan frowned and locked his face tightly. The system card had a bug and he couldn't shout out, and the task interface couldn't be clicked. The only reliance that used to be limited now has also failed, let alone confidence. Don't worry, Xiaofan. It's not possible here. I can go to other brokerage firms, don't be worried. Lin Ruoshi immediately turned around, put aside her usual joking attitude, and patted Wang Fan's hand. It seemed like she saw that Wang Fan was not in a high mood and worried about herself, so she comforted her. Wang Fan took a leisurely glance at his sister and couldn't believe that from childhood to adulthood, I have always given way to you in everything, and have always held on to you for good and fun. As a result, even you ended up stabbing me in the back. Thinking that life is so tragic, there are always troublemakers trying to harm me. Interviewee on the 12th, come in. The voice of the staff member made Wang Fan look back and forth anxiously to see who was going in. He looked around and found no one standing up. He then turned around and asked, Sister, what number are you? Discovering that Lin Ruoshi stood up, she gave herself a sweet smile and made a cheering gesture. He walked step by step into Hall 2. Wang Fan was stunned, and time froze at the moment when Lin Ruoshi entered Hall 2. Muttering to himself, she's 12, so she's 12. For a period of time in the future, Wang Fan kept reciting the same sentence like he had lost his soul. On the other side, Lin Ruoshi pushed open the second door and entered. The room was not very big, about 30 square meters in size. There was a long table in front of it, and behind the table were 3 chairs, with 2 men and 1 woman sitting respectively. The man in the middle was about 60 years old, with white temples and an old age, but his waist and back were straight. The middle-aged man on the left is well proportioned, indicating that he must have been a handsome guy when he was young. The middle-aged woman on the right has a graceful posture, exuding a sense of luxury. There is a chair directly opposite the table, which should be for the interviewee to sit on. As soon as Lin Ruoshi entered the door, the sitting people's eyes lit up, and they couldn't help but think to themselves, "It's good." Her face is indeed beautiful, and her figure is also very good. In these days, if you want to enter the entertainment industry, your face and physique are indeed the best stepping stones. Hello three teachers, my name is Lin Ruoshi and I am the 12th interviewer, Lin Ruoshi said with a sweet smile as she walked in. The man with grey temples in the middle gestured for Lin Ruoshi, who was entering, to sit on the middle chair. Lin Ruoshi quickly walked to the chair and sat down slowly, with only 2/3 of the chair on her buttocks. She leaned forward slightly, her legs together, and her right hand resting naturally on her left leg. The middle-aged man on the left looked at Lin Ruoshi with an appreciative expression. "Ms. Lin, I see that your resume is from a prestigious university, Hong Kong University, with a major in finance and experience working in a well-known enterprise. You should have a promising future. How could you want to enter the entertainment industry?" The three of them were all staring at Lin Ruoshi, waiting for her answer. Lin Ruoshi was well prepared and calmly answering, "Teacher, being a celebrity is my dream. When I was in high school, a talent scout handed me a business card, but at that time, I was only focused on my studies and refused to enter the entertainment industry. Now I regret it so much. I gave up my good job and am willing to start from scratch just to achieve my dream." Lin Ruoshi finished in one breath, her voice soft, not impatient. The middle-aged man gave a meaningful smile and continued without hesitation, "Having a dream is good, but having a dream doesn't necessarily mean it will come true. Perhaps you are doing well in the financial industry because you have learned and have a foundation, so you can do well. To be honest, your profession has nothing to do with the entertainment industry. Whether it's acting or singing skills, they are all years of training. It's not that you're willing to start from scratch and let the company pay for your dreams." Lin Ruoshi muttered to herself, "Is this the rhythm that needs to be passed off? A wave of unwillingness. Not all teachers, right? Some singers have also been successful in transitioning to the film and television industry, while some actors have also gained fame as singers. No matter how they switch careers, they are all in the entertainment industry, and you belong to a cross-industry category." Although Lin Ruoshi felt reluctant, he must admit that what he said was true. "But I still want to fight for myself," so I said, "but it's not ruled out that some very talented people. My classmates and colleagues all say I'm a playwright, maybe I'm the one with talent. Teachers shouldn't be so arbitrary." "Great, your persistence is great. A good actor must have this obsession. I have a script here, give you 2 minutes to read it, and then act it out." The elderly man in the middle picked up the script. When Lin Ruoshi saw the old man speaking, the middle-aged man on the left stopped and sat upright, listening to the old man's words. It can be seen that the old man has a high status, so he quickly got up and took over the script with both hands. I took the script and read it carefully. The script tells the story of a passionate couple, a young man who is terminally ill. Upon learning of this, he intentionally quarrels with the woman and breaks up. After the breakup, the woman indulges herself recklessly. A year later, the woman who obtained the truth was in excruciating pain. Lin Ruoshi is going to play the role of a woman who learns the truth 1 year later. For high-achieving students like Lin Ruoshi, 2 minutes of memorizing scripts is more than enough. "Alright, please start your performance," the elderly man said loudly as he retrieved the script handed back by Lin Ruoshi. "Good teacher." So Lin Ruoshi stood up and brewed emotions for a while before starting to perform. Lin Ruoshi acted passionately, "Why are you so foolish? How can I live without you?" for about 2 minutes. "Alright, stop." The three people on the stage shook their heads as the woman on the right interrupted Lin Ruoshi, who was still acting. Lin Ruoshi acted with great dedication, not even paying attention to the gloomy faces of the three interviewers. After being interrupted, she still looked at the woman in confusion. Is there any problem with my performance, teacher? It's not a problem, it's all a problem. Your performance is too severe and unnatural, making people feel goosebumps all over. So I responsibly tell you that you have no talent for acting. So unfortunately. The woman said before finishing. I have been singing and dancing since middle school, and I have some basic skills in music, Lin Ruoshi quickly interrupted. Can butterfly lovers sing? The middle-aged woman seemed unhappy when interrupted and directly ordered a difficult piece of music. There were many transitions between true and false sounds, making it difficult for non-professional singers to master. Yes. The middle-aged woman said, then sing a short section. Lin Ruoshi cleared her throat and started singing. Lin Ruoshi's voice was soft and gentle, with a good tone and a particularly irritating sound. Singing this kind of lyrical song made the listener feel itchy. For non-professional singers, she did sing quite well. The three people on stage nodded in unison as they listened, but they were not good at handling true or false sounds during some breathing exercises, which made them unprofessional. Stop, stop, stop. What are you singing about? You don't know how to convert between true and false sounds, and you can still hear the sound of breathing while listening to your singing. I don't even know how to cut it for you in the post-production studio. And your dance, it's like radio gymnastics. This is what you mean by basic skills. If this is a basic skill, how can a professional singer and dancer mix up, said the middle-aged woman with a disdainful expression. Lin Ruoshi was praised for growing up from a young age. Listening to this woman's comments on her, her face was as cold as ice. If Wang Fan were here, she knew that the queen wanted to drain her blood. The old man in the middle said, you also said that you were a high school talent scout who handed you business cards. The earlier you debuted, the better. But now that you are 24, you have become a regular performer. Just like your performance just now, it cannot be changed with simple guidance. You have your own thoughts, so there is no plasticity at all. Besides, the songs you sing are not denied to be good in terms of skills, but your age, You can still earn a few years of money for the company. The company will promote and package you. When you become popular, you will get married and have children, and then the popularity will decrease. Therefore, the packaging and promotion of the company in the early stage are in vain, and you need to start over. This is. The pen costs a lot of money. Unless you have special talents and show the company your value, it's difficult for the company to sign with you. The old man sincerely commented on Lin Ruoshi's performance just now. The middle-aged man on the left also said, Teacher Li is right. If the company selects artists and has special talents, the age can be relaxed. But if not, of course, young people should be chosen, preferably between 16 and 18. They have strong plasticity, are easy to cultivate, and the cycle is also short. Lin Ruoshi listened to several uncles disliking her age and felt a moment of displeasure. My mother is only 24, so it seems like you're saying 42. So he dropped the heavy bomb directly. I can compose my own music, write my own lyrics, and sing my own songs. The old man in the middle's eyes lit up and he said, Can you sing a segment? But there's no piano. The old man pondered for a moment and said, Let's have dinner first. There's another interview scheduled for 2 p.m. this afternoon, so we'll go to Hall 3 on the 6th floor. There's a piano there, so why don't you go eat too? After hearing this, Lin Ruoshi bowed and went out. She heard several people behind her talking. Unfortunately, they all have good looks and figures, but they are getting older. Sigh. Didn't she say she could compose, play, and sing on her own? Nowadays, girls are ambitious and have a strong sense of vanity. They think they have some beauty, so they think they can make a name for themselves in the entertainment industry. They say they can write, play, and sing on their own, but they probably can't save face. They found an excuse, said the middle-aged woman who was interrupted with a hint of hostility. I was really hit by this middle-aged woman. Lin Ruoshi was just speaking harshly, trying to regain face. She deliberately said that she knows how to create nonsense. After waiting for about 10 minutes and also being in a daze for 10 minutes, Wang Fan saw Lin Ruoshi come out. Watching Lin Ruoshi's face turn green, I secretly felt uneasy, but still held on to the last bit of hope. Didn't you sign the contract? Wang Fan asked cautiously. No, they don't think I'm old and have no vision. I want to have a figure and face. I'm 24, and I feel like 42. If you don't leave me here, there will be a place for me. Let's go, Xiao Fan. Lin Ruoshi said angrily and pulled Wang Fan away. Wang Fan listened to Lin Ruoshi's affirmative answer, like a bolt from the blue, and exclaimed with mixed grief, my life is at rest. Chapter 8. Wang Fan's interview for sister. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wang Fan looked at the angry girl in front of her, as if she had not yet emerged from the bad mood of refusing to sign the contract. Her beautiful face was tightly wrinkled, and her cold and frosty face indicated that she was very angry. She pulled Wang Fan, who was like a string puppet, and walked out. At this moment, Wang Fan was completely disheartened and thought he should say goodbye to his sister. Your lovely younger brother passed away young and died at the hands of his beloved sister. Thinking and thinking, anyway, the wood is already a ship, and death is certain. It's better to smile at life and death, and not let Guabi look down on him. Wang Fan broke the jar and started comforting Lin Ruoshi, sister, don't be depressed. Didn't you say that you can't go to another brokerage company? Why bother with it? You've already gone for an interview. After entering, there was a middle-aged man who said that my profession was not right. Of course, I was not convinced. I said that I had acting talent, so the old man in the middle gave me a chance to play a script for me. I guess I didn't do well, so he gave me another lesson. Lin Ruoshi, although still very angry, blushed slightly. She probably said that her acting skills were particularly good, but now she feels a bit embarrassed when she slaps her face. Wang Fan squinted at the queen in front of him and roast, you can also say that you have good acting skills. How can other professional actors deal with themselves? I don't know. She sighed slightly and shook her head, but also knew she couldn't provoke the queen's soaring resentment. And then what? Then they asked me to sing, saying that I sang well, but without any skills, and my breathing was not right. They said that I could have been trained, but as I got older, I couldn't make money for the company for a few years. My mother 24. It was a newly blooming lotus flower, they were blind, leaving the pearl in dust. They also said that unless there was special talent, they would consider signing me. The queen said angrily, getting even angrier as she spoke. Wang Fan listened to the queen's narration and burst into a bitter smile. As expected, with no acting skills, no vocal skills, and an advanced age, everything was expected. Wang Fan felt that he could declare the rescue ineffective. I guess it's not time to die now. The task was released at 8.30, and it's already 12.00. There are still 2.5 hours left to survive. I thought to myself, let's have some good lunch. Alright, sister, it's because they have no taste. You haven't always wanted to eat Xiaonu's grilled meat, but we happened to come out today. Wang Fan's voice abruptly stopped. Because Wang Fan, who was bored, clicked on the display of ongoing tasks this time. I saw the beginner gift package inside the package, and when I clicked it again, I saw disposable consumables, 2, and task items, 1. Wang Fan can't help roast at this time. It's useless to be able to click now. He has serious doubts about the card bug and asks the developer to return the product for compensation. However, I still clicked on the disposable consumables to check their properties. At a glance, it instantly petrified. A must-have for beginners and a time assassin, this disposable consumable can reverse time for 10 minutes and make everything start over again. Looking at the attributes written on this disposable consumable, there is a feeling of being in a desperate situation. Lin Ruoshi looked at Wang Fan, who was strange. At first, her face was gloomy, and then she said, "Eat little cows home." Suddenly, her eyes froze, and now she was ecstatic again. "Xiaofan, let's take it to the hospital for examination first. Sister is a bit uneasy, and then go eat. Please come in on the 12th, the staff shouted. Originally, Wang Fan used time assassin. With Wang Fan's use, disposable consumables display, 1, it seems there is still one chance. Instantly overjoyed, Lin Ruoshi had already stood up, smiled sweetly at Wang Fan, made a cheering gesture, and was about to enter Hall 2. Wang Fan hesitated to think about strategies and stood up to grab Lin Ruoshi, who was about to enter the interview. "Sister, wait a moment. Take a break, I'll go explore the way first and understand the situation." Lin Ruoshi was stunned as she listened to Wang Fan's words and said, "Is there any way to investigate the situation during the interview? What's the point with you, kid? You're affecting my interview results. I'm not finished with you. Don't make a fuss, I'll go in person." Wang Fan looked at Lin Ruoshi, who was stunned. He lifted his vermilion lips and continued to chatter incessantly. Wang Fan looked at his cute little mouth and couldn't help but lean forward and kiss her. The originally noisy corridor smells like needles falling. The people queuing up for the interview in the hallway and the kissed Lin Ruoshi both stared at Wang Fan with wide eyes. The interviewee thought. Young men and women nowadays are really not paying attention to occasions, the world is going downhill. Lin Ruoshi's beautiful eyes were filled with shock and she thought, "Stinky kid is kissing me. I am your sister. Blood is thicker than water. What a sleeping trough this is." Lin Ruoshi thought about it and blushed as she pushed Wang Fan away, angrily looking at her face that was within reach. Lin Ruoshi, who was originally furious, thought of so many people watching and was told where to turn her face. "Xiao Fan, don't be here, so many people are watching," was the words that were supposed to curse Wang Fan. Wang Fan was struck by Lin Ruoshi's words, which were both external and internal. "You took the wrong script. Is this your line? Wang Fan is just a prank. Anyway, he will use the time assassin again later, just feel Lin Ruoshi's lips and teeth, and see Lin Ruoshi's surprised expression. I didn't expect this reaction." The matter was urgent, and Wang Fan gracefully entered Hall 2 under the gaze of everyone. Outside the hall, Lin Ruoshi's tender little face blushed, and as she watched Wang Fan enter the interview, she smiled and waved at herself. Where am I? Who am I? What happened? A triple question popped up in my mind. I immediately realized that this kid was indeed here to cause destruction, and I didn't want to enter the entertainment industry, so I used this method to sabotage. But how dare he kiss me? How to explain to parents? They have been treating me like a biological daughter. Let them know about their daughter and son. Lin Ruoshi shivered all over at the thought of this. Wang Fan, you bastard. Get out of here. Lin Ruoshi's pretty face finally couldn't help but hang cold frost and let out a roar. Wang Fan also shuddered as he listened to the roar outside the door, and then thought to himself that this was the correct way for his sister to open it. Wang Fan looked at the surprised 3 interviewers behind the table and said, Don't look, it's me. Lin Ruoshi has something to do, I'll cover for her interview. The 3 interviewers looked at each other, and the old man in the middle spoke first, Isn't this nonsense? There's no interview to replace it. You have to submit your resume for the interview, and only after receiving the invitation can you. Before the old man could finish speaking, he heard Wang Fan, Don't force me to rely on you, it's just you taking the acting test, right? Let me take a look at the script. Wang Fan quickly saw the script in front of the old man, grabbed it, and immediately flipped through it. Three people on stage were stunned as they watched the intruder. You. Don't make any noise, it's keeping me from reading the script, Wang Fan said disdainfully. This was the idea that came to his mind. Lin Ruoshi doesn't have acting skills or vocal skills, and she's getting older. Only special talents can take this path. So he needs to thoroughly understand this script before he can help Lin Ruoshi. It's really insulting. The old man was already furious, pointing at Wang Fan and cursing. I miss Professor Beiying, who was hired by Galaxy Entertainment Company with a high salary as the HR director. Everyone respects him greatly, but I have never encountered such a situation. Teacher Li, don't be angry, this is a scumbag. There's no need to be angry about it. After the middle-aged man on the left finished speaking to the old man, he immediately picked up the walkie-talkie on the stage. Security. Security. Come down to Hall 2 on the 4th floor, there's a thug causing trouble. Wang Fan turned a blind eye and a deaf ear to the people in front of him, only studying the script. Sometimes with furrowed brows and sometimes with a smile on the face. The three people on stage looked at the intruder in shock. Apart from starting to snatch the script, the rest of the time was spent reading it, thinking that Li Lao's script was so good. Causing the covetousness of maniacs. There was a bit of awkwardness in the air, and the three interviewers behind the table were anxiously waiting for security, while Wang Fan was carefully studying the script. In the past 5 minutes, Wang Fan read the script twice and felt that it was not too difficult. It should be very easy to act. Lin Ruoshi usually tears come from her eyes, but unfortunately she dresses up very well. It shouldn't be so. Wang Fan frowned and thought that there must be a problem with his skills. Wang Fan suddenly realized that acting and life are different after all. So he immediately looked up and asked, "Old man, is your script very simple? How difficult is it?" "Humph, ignorant child, what do you know? The simpler the script, the more it tests acting skills. If you don't empathize, acting out will only make the audience awkwardly pick their feet." Although the old man is not angry with this intruder, he has his own pride in academic things. When he hears someone questioning him, he immediately starts to refute. How can we empathize? Of course, if you want to enter the role, you are her, she is you. It's not that you want to play her, but you are her. This is the quality and basic skill of an actor. Teacher Li told him what's going on, can he understand him? Old Wu urged the security guard again, so that this thug wouldn't affect the normal interview. The middle-aged woman on the right couldn't bear it anymore, glanced at Wang Fan with disdain, and finally spoke up. At this moment, the door of Hall 2 was pushed open, and 2 security guards held rubber sticks and protective shields. When they heard the presence of a thug, they were also fully armed, fearing that they were extremely vicious. I saw that it was a young student, clearly stunned for a moment. It's him, throw him out." The middle-aged man on the left pointed at Wang Fan and shouted angrily. Wang Fan had come to this point in his investigation and understood everything he needed to know. He was still frowning and thinking about the old man's guidance. Even when he saw the security guard coming over, he didn't resist and was carried out of the door by 2 security guards. Lin Ruoshi, who was outside the door, saw that the security guard had lifted Wang Fan out. She was very anxious and quickly approached, "He's my younger brother. What's wrong with him?" The people waiting for the interview at the door all turned strange and looked incredulous as if saying, "It's my younger brother. What did we see just now? My eyes are dirty, I need to wash them. This thug caused trouble at the interview venue, we are responsible for throwing him out. Maintain order." 2 armed security personnel responded, holding Wang Fan's arms. Wang Fan was standing there, still smiling and frowning at Lin Ruoshi. Sure enough, he deliberately came to cause trouble. I actually believed his lies and believed that he would come to help me. Shameless thief, you have made such a mistake to me. I will sever ties with you and have no further involvement. The angry cry in Lin Ruoshi's heart. Chapter 8. Wang Fan's interview for sister. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wang Fan looked at the angry girl in front of her, as if she had not yet emerged from the bad mood of refusing to sign the contract. Her beautiful face was tightly wrinkled, and her cold and frosty face indicated that she was very angry. She pulled Wang Fan, who was like a string puppet, and walked out. At this moment, Wang Fan was completely disheartened and thought he should say goodbye to his sister. Your lovely younger brother passed away young and died at the hands of his beloved sister. Thinking and thinking, anyway, the wood is already a ship, and death is certain. It's better to smile at life and death, and not let Guabi look down on him. Wang Fan broke the jar and started comforting Lin Ruoshi. Sister, don't be depressed. Didn't you say that you can't go to another brokerage company? Why bother with it? You've already gone for an interview. After entering, there was a middle-aged man who said that my profession was not right. Of course, I was not convinced. I said that I had acting talent, so the old man in the middle gave me a chance to play a script for me. I guess I didn't do well, so he gave me another lesson. Lin Ruoshi, although still very angry, blushed slightly. She probably said that her acting skills were particularly good, but now she feels a bit embarrassed when she slaps her face. Wang Fan squinted at the queen in front of him and roast, you can also say that you have good acting skills. How can other professional actors deal with themselves? I don't know. She sighed slightly and shook her head, but also knew she couldn't provoke the queen's soaring resentment. And then what? Then they asked me to sing, saying that I sang well, but without any skills, and my breathing was not right. They said that I could have been trained, but as I got older, I couldn't make money for the company for a few years. My mother 24. It was a newly blooming lotus flower, they were blind, leaving the pearl in dust. They also said that unless there was special talent, they would consider signing me. The queen said angrily, getting even angrier as she spoke. Wang Fan listened to the queen's narration and burst into a bitter smile. As expected, with no acting skills, no vocal skills, and an advanced age, everything was expected. Wang Fan felt that he could declare the rescue ineffective. I guess it's not time to die now. The task was released at 8.30, and it's already 12.00. There are still 2.5 hours left to survive. I thought to myself, let's have some good lunch. Alright, sister, it's because they have no taste. You haven't always wanted to eat Xiaonu's grilled meat, but we happened to come out today. Wang Fan's voice abruptly stopped. Because Wang Fan, who was bored, clicked on the display of ongoing tasks this time. I saw the beginner gift package inside the package, and when I clicked it again, I saw disposable consumables, 2, and task items, 1. Wang Fan can't help roast at this time. It's useless to be able to click now. He has serious doubts about the card bug and asks the developer to return the product for compensation. However, I still clicked on the disposable consumables to check their properties. At a glance, it instantly petrified. A must-have for beginners and a time assassin, this disposable consumable can reverse time for 10 minutes and make everything start over again. Looking at the attributes written on this disposable consumable, there is a feeling of being in a desperate situation. Lin Ruoshi looked at Wang Fan, who was strange. At first, her face was gloomy, and then she said, "Eat little cows home." Suddenly, her eyes froze, and now she was ecstatic again. "Xiaofan, let's take it to the hospital for examination first. Sister is a bit uneasy, and then go eat. Please come in on the 12th, the staff shouted. Originally, Wang Fan used Time Assassin. With Wang Fan's use, disposable consumables display, 1, it seems there is still one chance. Instantly overjoyed, Lin Ruoshi had already stood up, smiled sweetly at Wang Fan, made a cheering gesture, and was about to enter Hall 2. Wang Fan hesitated to think about strategies and stood up to grab Lin Ruoshi, who was about to enter the interview. "Sister, wait a moment. Take a break, I'll go explore the way first and understand the situation." Lin Ruoshi was stunned as she listened to Wang Fan's words and said, "Is there any way to investigate the situation during the interview? What's the point with you, kid? You're affecting my interview results. I'm not finished with you. Don't make a fuss, I'll go in person." Wang Fan looked at Lin Ruoshi, who was stunned. He lifted his vermilion lips and continued to chatter incessantly. Wang Fan looked at his cute little mouth and couldn't help but lean forward and kiss her. The originally noisy corridor smells like needles falling. The people queuing up for the interview in the hallway and the kissed Lin Ruoshi both stared at Wang Fan with wide eyes. The interviewee thought, "Young men and women nowadays are really not paying attention to occasions, the world is going downhill." Lin Ruoshi's beautiful eyes were filled with shock and she thought, "Stinky kid is kissing me. I am your sister. Blood is thicker than water. What a sleeping trough this is." Lin Ruoshi thought about it and blushed as she pushed Wang Fan away, angrily looking at her face that was within reach. Lin Ruoshi, who was originally furious, thought of so many people watching and was told where to turn her face. "Xiao Fan, don't be here, so many people are watching," was the words that were supposed to curse Wang Fan. Wang Fan was struck by Lin Ruoshi's words, which were both external and internal. "You took the wrong script. Is this your line? Wang Fan is just a prank. Anyway, he will use the time assassin again later." Just feel Lin Ruoshi's lips and teeth, and see Lin Ruoshi's surprised expression. "I didn't expect this reaction." The matter was urgent, and Wang Fan gracefully entered Hall 2 under the gaze of everyone. Outside the hall, Lin Ruoshi's tender little face blushed, and as she watched Wang Fan enter the interview, she smiled and waved at herself. "Where am I? Who am I? What happened?" A triple question popped up in my mind. I immediately realized that this kid was indeed here to cause destruction, and I didn't want to enter the entertainment industry, so I used this method to sabotage. But how dare he kiss me? How to explain to parents? They have been treating me like a biological daughter. Let them know about their daughter and son. Lin Ruoshi shivered all over at the thought of this. "Wang Fan, you bastard. Get out of here." Lin Ruoshi's pretty face finally couldn't help but hang cold frost and let out a roar. Wang Fan also shuddered as he listened to the roar outside the door, and then thought to himself that this was the correct way for his sister to open it. Wang Fan looked at the surprised 3 interviewers behind the table and said, "Don't look, it's me. Lin Ruoshi has something to do, I'll cover for her interview." The 3 interviewers looked at each other, and the old man in the middle spoke first, "Isn't this nonsense? There's no interview to replace it. You have to submit your resume for the interview, and only after receiving the invitation can you." Before the old man could finish speaking, he heard Wang Fan, "Don't force me to rely on you, it's just you taking the acting test, right? Let me take a look at the script." Wang Fan quickly saw the script in front of the old man, grabbed it, and immediately flipped through it. 3 people on stage were stunned as they watched the intruder. You. Don't make any noise, it's keeping me from reading the script," Wang Fan said disdainfully. This was the idea that came to his mind. Lin Ruoshi doesn't have acting skills or vocal skills, and she's getting older. Only special talents can take this path. So he needs to thoroughly understand this script before he can help Lin Ruoshi. It's really insulting. The old man was already furious, pointing at Wang Fan and cursing. "I miss Professor Beiying, who was hired by Galaxy Entertainment Company with a high salary as the HR director. Everyone respects him greatly, but I have never encountered such a situation. Teacher Li, don't be angry, this is a scumbag. There's no need to be angry about it." After the middle-aged man on the left finished speaking to the old man, he immediately picked up the walkie-talkie on the stage. Security. Security. Come down to Hall 2 on the 4th floor, there's a thug causing trouble. Wang Fan turned a blind eye and a deaf ear to the people in front of him, only studying the script. Sometimes with furrowed brows and sometimes with a smile on the face. The three people on stage looked at the intruder in shock. Apart from starting to snatch the script, the rest of the time was spent reading it, thinking that Li Lao's script was so good. Causing the covetousness of maniacs. There was a bit of awkwardness in the air, and the three interviewers behind the table were anxiously waiting for security, while Wang Fan was carefully studying the script. In the past 5 minutes, Wang Fan read the script twice and felt that it was not too difficult. It should be very easy to act. Lin Ruoshi usually tears come from her eyes, but unfortunately she dresses up very well. It shouldn't be so. Wang Fan frowned and thought that there must be a problem with his skills. Wang Fan suddenly realized that acting and life are different after all. So he immediately looked up and asked, "Old man, is your script very simple? How difficult is it?" "Humph, ignorant child, what do you know? The simpler the script, the more it tests acting skills. If you don't empathize, acting out will only make the audience awkwardly pick their feet." Although the old man is not angry with this intruder, he has his own pride in academic things. When he hears someone questioning him, he immediately starts to refute. How can we empathize? Of course, if you want to enter the role, you are her, she is you. It's not that you want to play her, but you are her. This is the quality and basic skill of an actor. Teacher Li told him what's going on, can he understand him? Old Wu urged the security guard again, so that this thug wouldn't affect the normal interview. The middle-aged woman on the right couldn't bear it anymore, glanced at Wang Fan with disdain, and finally spoke up. At this moment, the door of Hall 2 was pushed open, and 2 security guards held rubber sticks and protective shields. When they heard the presence of a thug, they were also fully armed, fearing that they were extremely vicious. I saw that it was a young student, clearly stunned for a moment. It's him, throw him out." The middle-aged man on the left pointed at Wang Fan and shouted angrily. Wang Fan had come to this point in his investigation and understood everything he needed to know. He was still frowning and thinking about the old man's guidance. Even when he saw the security guard coming over, he didn't resist and was carried out of the door by 2 security guards. Lin Ruoshi, who was outside the door, saw that the security guard had lifted Wang Fan out. She was very anxious and quickly approached, "He's my younger brother. What's wrong with him?" The people waiting for the interview at the door all turned strange and looked incredulous as if saying, "It's my younger brother. What did we see just now? My eyes are dirty, I need to wash them. This thug caused trouble at the interview venue, we are responsible for throwing him out. Maintain order." 2 armed security personnel responded, holding Wang Fan's arms. Wang Fan was standing there, still smiling and frowning at Lin Ruoshi. Sure enough, he deliberately came to cause trouble. I actually believed his lies and believed that he would come to help me. Shameless thief, you have made such a mistake to me. I will sever ties with you and have no further involvement. The angry cry in Lin Ruoshi's heart. Chapter 9. Things return to the origin. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wang Fan was carried out by 2 security personnel, followed by Lin Ruoshi with a pale face. Wang Fan quietly turned back to look at the queen, feeling a chill in his neck. Shouting loudly, "The queen is already on the brink of rampage. Even if I stare at my back, it feels like I've been injured internally, and my beautiful eyes can spew out blazing flames." Wang Fan nervously shrunk his neck as he desperately clicked on the disposable consumable Time Assassin. But it prompts not meeting the usage conditions, temporarily unable to use. No. Are you playing with me, brother? Isn't the 2 in parentheses meant to be used twice? I used it excitedly once, and in order to understand the script, I even rushed in and said to replace Lin Ruoshi in the interview, giving the old man a scolding. Now tell me the time assassin can't use it. Cheating is not what I want, and tasks are not what I want to do. Playing with me like this, cheating brother, won't your conscience hurt? The time assassin can only go backwards at the previous time point and cannot be stacked. For example, if you went backwards for 10 minutes at 12 o'clock last time, you must also go backwards at 12 o'clock when using it again. A cold voice sounded. Wang Fan listened to this cold voice and surprisingly felt so warm. Hanging father, you have finally appeared. I miss you so much, you will be my father, not my brother in the future. Wang Fan burst into tears and finally found his family. The cheat didn't speak anymore, probably I haven't seen such a shameless person before. Wang Fan's heart was clear, and his desperate mood was instantly filled with hope. That is to say, the maximum time to go retrograde is 10 minutes. For example, if you go retrograde once at 12 o'clock, the next retrograde can only be done after 12 o'clock, not before 12 o'clock. Wang Fan's mood instantly relaxed, as he looked at his two rude security guards, both of whom felt amiable. The queen, who glared angrily from behind, couldn't have imagined how cute she was when she got angry. Feeling relieved, I began to respond to the old man's words of empathy and integrate into my character. Lin Ruoshi must not be able to perform, after all, she is not a professional actress. It is too difficult for her to quickly integrate into the role, let alone empathize. So this is the only way to do it, I'm sorry. Just thinking about it, the time assassin, CD, was ready, and Wang Fan decisively clicked on this consumable. Wang Fan felt a tearing sensation in his body again, and his eyes lit up. Come in for the interview on the 12th. The staff's voice came again. Lin Ruoshi stood up again, smiled sweetly at Wang Fan, made a sign to cheer, and was about to enter Hall 2. Wang Fan immediately stood up and grabbed Lin Ruoshi's hand. Sister, don't worry, treat it calmly. When you pass the interview. He took a breath and continued, I'll bring my girlfriend back to show you. We're planning to rent a house outside, so we can't live with you anymore. What? Lin Ruoshi was surprised to see Wang Fan grab her hand and not let herself enter the interview. She was even more surprised when she heard Wang Fan say he had a girlfriend and wanted to move out and live with other women. The originally calm expression was full of disbelief, unwillingness, sadness, and mixed emotions. Lin Ruoshi, who had stopped, wanted to turn back and ask Wang Fan clearly. Sister, come on. Then he pushed Lin Ruoshi's back, pushing her forward as she wanted to turn back. Watching my sister stumble forward and take a few steps, I looked a bit embarrassed from behind and had already arrived at the door. We can only wait until the interview is over before asking clearly. Thinking about it, he pushed the door in a daze. Wang Fan saw that his sister had entered and hoped that his judgment was not wrong. This move could be useful for his sister, but, hey, I'm sorry, I really have no choice. After Lin Ruoshi entered the door, she was completely bewildered. After greeting the teacher, she sat down in a chair feeling lost. The middle-aged man on the left still said, as last time, that her profession was not in line. It's just that Lin Ruoshi was feeling low this time. I didn't say much, just licking my own wound like an injured puppy. After the middle-aged man on the left finished speaking, he humbly accepted Lin Ruoshi's insincere argument. I couldn't help but have a good impression of Lin Ruoshi. She is so beautiful and humble, it's rare. Good character, willing to humbly accept other people's opinions. The previous interviewer said that his eyes were one big and one small, and he kept arguing for a while. There are not many young people nowadays who are so humble. Lin Ruoshi himself didn't even hear what the man said, and his mind was still recalling the moment before when Xiaofan said he was going to take his girlfriend to see him. He was moving out and living with another woman. Why did I hear him talk about girlfriends when I thought he was my younger brother? How could my heart ache so much? Why does he need to talk about a girlfriend? He won't be with me alone in the future. How should I face his girlfriend, Ms. Lin? Ms. Lin. The old man in the middle patted the table, which startled Lin Ruoshi, who was lost in thought. I immediately thought of myself in an interview, furrowed my brows, and looked up at the old man holding something, gesturing for me to come forward and pick it up. Lin Ruoshi immediately stood up and took the script, timidly saying, "Sorry teacher, I'm a bit nervous." She gave herself a reason to wander around the world. Relax, how can you face more audiences with your psychological resilience in the future? Give you 3 minutes to familiarize yourself with the script and act it out later. The old man in the middle said kindly, as if caring for the younger generation. 1 minute more than last time, indicating that the old man also has a good impression of Lin Ruoshi. After all, such a beautiful and polite girl is indeed easy to be pitied. Lin Ruoshi took the script with both hands and began to study it. The more you look at it, the more uncomfortable you feel in your heart. In the script, the male protagonist hides his illness for love and chooses to face death alone. However, the female protagonist indulges in it for a year and finds out the truth about the male protagonist's departure. There are feelings of sadness, regret, unwillingness, warmth of memories, longing, and so on. Lin Ruoshi vaguely empathized with the female protagonist in the character during her study. Are you ready? You can start performing now. Ready. Upon hearing this, Lin Ruoshi returned the script in her hand to the urging old man in the middle. A person stands alone in the middle of Hall 2, as if the vast Hall 2 is left with only oneself. Gradually, I recalled going to school side by side with Wang Fan. At that time, Wang Fan was very short, and I was 3 years older than him. When I walked on the road, I saw him walking slowly and always kicked him. Seeing his small stature, I dared not speak up and felt angry, making me want to laugh. A boy was bullied by a girl in the same class, and every time he tearfully sought help from his sister, who stood up for him. That's enough, I've never seen such a mediocre younger brother before. I have been so stupid since I was young. I have to tutor myself to do homework. Whenever I can't do it, I bite my pen. Every time my sister slaps him in the neck. Every time I feel angry and want to cry, but I dare not cry. It's fun. Later on, when he finally grew up, his sister couldn't beat him anymore, but even if it started to fight, he deliberately let his sister down and wouldn't do anything heavy to her. Stinky younger brother has grown up and learned to make older sister. In the future, my older sister will look stunning and attract harassment from off-campus thugs who claim to come to stop her every day as they claim they don't want to date her. That day, the stinky younger brother stood in front of his sister, holding a stick and not taking a step back, facing 5 off-campus thugs. Being beaten to the head and bleeding, still fighting to the death without retreating. I got fixed by my dad for a fight when I got home, but he didn't say it was because of my sister's fight. Lin Ruoshi stood there quietly, thinking a lot and thinking of many happy things. With a sweet smile, the entire Hall 2 was instantly overshadowed. Looking back, there was a charming smile, and the 6 palaces were colorless. The 3 interviewers on stage were all conquered by this smile, which was a heartfelt, joyful and natural smile without any pretense, coupled with their bright and talkative peach blossom eyes, all revealing a hint of laughter. Everyone looked at this smile, their whole bodies tingling, as comfortable as the spring breeze brushing against their faces. Like a stone thrown into a calm lake, the smile on my face gradually disappeared, as if something was on my mind. My eyes seemed more like they could speak, unwilling, regretful, disappointed, and finally, tears welled up one by one. It turns out that a person is so sad that they can really be speechless, just standing there dumbfounded, and suddenly tears flow out. The most perfect thing is that without blinking, tears just roll down. Crying is so beautiful, Yurong is lonely, tears dry up, and a pear blossom brings rain in spring. The three interviewers on stage looked at this emotionally charged performance in surprise, realizing that they really had the talent to say so. Even Teacher Lee, who has taught acting for over 40 years, must say that this performance is impeccable. At this moment, Lin Ruoshi's heart was filled with images of Wang Fan moving out, lingering and unable to extricate herself from it. Alright, let's just say your performance was pretty good. It's just that you've been reading the script for a while and haven't said a single line. Did you remember or forget to say it? If it's really filming, you won't even be able to open your mouth, and you won't be able to do voice acting in the later stages. So I think I can give this performance a score of 90, but if it wastes a piece of film, I can only give it a score of 0. The middle-aged woman who spoke was impressed by this girl's performance, and if she didn't speak, she was signed. She took 200,000 yuan from someone else and has already agreed to give the quota for film and television trainees to someone else, so she must keep it down. It's impossible for her to spit out the money that went into her pocket. Although Lin Ruoshi didn't know why the woman was targeting her and couldn't see her performance, she was still quite satisfied with the old professor. There's no such thing as this old woman saying 0 points. I really hate being like Wang Fan, I really want to catch that annoying face. Lin Ruoshi thought wickedly in her heart. Can butterfly love flower sing? Fearing that the other two would affirm Lin Ruoshi's acting skills, they quickly changed the topic. It also leads things towards the direction of the first development. I can compose my own music, write my own lyrics, and sing my own songs. The old man in the middle's eyes lit up and he said, "Can you sing a segment?" But there's no piano. The old man pondered for a moment and said, "Let's have dinner first. There's another interview scheduled for 2 p.m. this afternoon, so we'll go to Hall 3 on the 6th floor. There's a piano there, so why don't you go eat too?" Lin Ruoshi bowed out and heard several people talking behind her. Unfortunately, they all have good looks and figures, and their acting skills are also quite good, but they don't have any acting experience. They got too deep into the play and forgot to even say their lines. Sigh. Didn't she say she could compose, play, and sing on her own? Nowadays, girls are ambitious and have a strong sense of vanity. They think they have some beauty, so they think they can make a name for themselves in the entertainment industry. They say they can write, play, and sing on their own, but it's probably because they can't save face and have found an excuse. Wang Fan outside seems to have done something, it seems like he hasn't done anything, and things have returned to the starting point. What's important is that the disposable consumables have run out of time for the assassin. Suggest Wang Fan choose a cemetery, it will take 2.5 hours to live, and if he chooses early, he can still choose a good location.